Hey everyone, we're used to taking it apart, right? Gadgets, gizmos, the occasional myth. But today let's dismantle something much bigger. Imagine a world without smartphones, cars, or even electricity. Now imagine a world without money. It seems impossible, doesn't it? Our entire system revolves around it. From the food we eat to the houses we live in, money is fundamental. Think about your day. You probably use money to buy your coffee this morning. We earn it, we spend it, we save it. It's the lifeblood of our global economy. But what if we hit the reset button? What if instead of dollar bills and credit cards we had something else, or nothing at all? So, let's dive into this radical thought experiment. Let's strip away the familiar and explore a world completely devoid of money. How would we trade goods and services? What would motivate us to work? Would it be utopia or chaos? By imagining a world without money, we can gain a deeper understanding of the system we live in and its potential alternatives. To imagine a world without money, we need to travel back in time. This is the era of barter, the original trading system. You had something I needed, and I had something you wanted. We'd agree on a fair exchange, and boom, trade. But barter had its limitations. What if the weaver was vegetarian? You'd have to find someone else who needed meat and had something the weaver desired. Talk about a logistical nightmare. Enter currency. People started using common objects as a medium of exchange. Shells, beads, even tools became early forms of money. These objects held value because everyone agreed they did. Suddenly, you didn't need to find a perfect barter match. As civilizations advanced, so did their money. We see the emergence of standardized coins, minted by governments to ensure consistency and value. They were durable, portable, and easily divisible. Fast forward through centuries and you have paper money, a lighter, more efficient way to carry large amounts of wealth. Then came credit cards, online banking, and now cryptocurrency. Today, much of our money exists only as digital information, zipping around the globe at lightning speed. It's a far cry from those early days of bartering, showcasing money's incredible evolution alongside human civilization. But it begs the question, is this evolution coming to an end? So you think a world without money is pure fantasy? Think again. Scattered across the globe are communities challenging the status quo. Take the eco-village movement, for example. These communities prioritize self-sufficiency, shared resources, and a deep respect for the environment. In these intentional communities, money often takes a back seat. Instead of salaries, residents contribute their skills and labor for the collective good. It's a radical departure from our individualistic, consumer-driven society. Now let's talk about the gift economy. Think open-source software, where programmers contribute their skills for free. Or consider the vibrant art and music scene, where creativity often trumps financial gain. One of the most striking examples of the gift economy in action is Burning Man. For 1 week, thousands gather to create a temporary city based on principles of radical self-expression, communal effort, and gifting. There's no buying or selling. Instead, people exchange gifts, whether it's a handcrafted trinket, a spontaneous performance, or simply a helping hand. Burning Man offers a glimpse into a world where abundance and generosity replace scarcity and competition. History is full of societies that thrived without money as we know it. Take the Inca Empire, for example. This vast civilization had no coins, no marketplaces, and no concept of private property. Instead, they operated on a system of reciprocity and collective labor known as mita. Every citizen contributed to the empire through their work, and in return, the Inca government provided for their basic needs. From ancient Egypt's intricate system of grain banks to the indigenous tribes of North America who relied on bartering and gift-giving, history offers a diverse tapestry of alternative economic models. These examples challenge our assumptions about what's possible. Now, it's important to acknowledge that scaling these alternative systems to a global level is a whole other ballgame. Could a gift economy really support the needs of billions? How would we incentivize innovation and hard work without the carrot and stick of financial reward? But even if a completely moneyless world remains a distant utopia, these examples offer valuable lessons for our current system. They remind us that there are alternative ways to organize our societies, to value human connection over profit. One intriguing concept is the resource-based economy. Imagine a world where, instead of focusing on money, we prioritize managing and distributing resources directly. Think advanced technology used to efficiently produce food, energy, and essential goods, ensuring everyone's basic needs are met. In this system, scarcity becomes a relic of the past. With automation and renewable resources, we could potentially create a world of abundance where everyone has access to what they need. It would require a fundamental shift in our values from competition and individual gain to cooperation and collective well-being. Let's step back from the utopian vision for a moment and explore another possibility, a world powered by a supercharged version of the barter system. Imagine sophisticated online platforms that connect individuals based on their skills, needs, and available resources. Need your plumbing fixed? The app matches you with a skilled plumber in your area who's happy to trade their services for, say, a few hours of your graphic design expertise. These platforms could use complex algorithms to facilitate fair and efficient exchanges, eliminating the need for a universal currency. Online platforms like time banks and skill-sharing networks are connecting people and facilitating exchanges outside the traditional monetary system. It's not hard to imagine these systems becoming increasingly sophisticated and widespread. What if instead of relying on physical or even digital currency, our worth was determined by our contributions to society? Imagine a system where every individual has a digital profile that tracks their skills, contributions, and reputation within their community. When you volunteer your time, share your knowledge, or create something valuable, your digital credit score increases. This score then grants you access to goods, services, and opportunities. This system, while potentially open to abuse and manipulation, offers an intriguing alternative to traditional money. It shifts the focus from individual wealth accumulation to collective well-being. Okay, let's be honest, imagining a world without money is a wild ride. But amidst the what-ifs and the skepticism, there are some genuinely exciting possibilities. What if getting rid of money wasn't just about changing our economic system, but about transforming our entire relationship with the planet and each other? Imagine a world without poverty, where everyone's basic needs are met, regardless of their economic status. A world where we value people for their contributions to society, not just their earning potential. Without the constant pressure to accumulate wealth, perhaps we'd rediscover the things that truly matter: community, creativity, and connection. We might see a resurgence of craftsmanship, artistry, and local economies. And let's not forget the potential environmental benefits. Now, before we get too caught up in this utopian vision, it's crucial to acknowledge the potential downsides. One of the biggest challenges would be finding a way to incentivize work and innovation without the traditional reward system. How do you motivate people to take on difficult, dangerous, or time-consuming tasks if there's no financial incentive to do so? Then there's the issue of power and control. In a moneyless world, who decides how resources are allocated and distributed? How do we prevent corruption, favoritism, and the emergence of new forms of inequality? Transitioning to a new system, however flawed the current one might be, is a delicate balancing act. Ultimately, the success or failure of a moneyless world hinges on a fundamental question: what motivates human behavior? Is it primarily greed, self-interest, and the pursuit of material wealth? Or are we capable of transcending these base instincts and embracing cooperation, altruism, and a sense of shared purpose? A moneyless world would require a profound shift in our values, a reevaluation of what truly matters. It would demand that we recognize our interconnectedness, our interdependence, and our shared responsibility for creating a just and sustainable future. It's a daunting challenge, to be sure, but perhaps not an insurmountable one. Whether a moneyless world is ultimately achievable remains to be seen. Hold on to your hats, folks, because things are about to get really interesting. We're on the cusp of a technological revolution, one that has the potential to reshape our world in ways we can barely comprehend. Artificial intelligence, robotics, and advanced algorithms are rapidly automating tasks that were once the exclusive domain of humans. From manufacturing and transportation to customer service and even creative fields, machines are becoming increasingly capable of performing complex tasks with speed and precision. Imagine a world where machines handle the bulk of the labor, freeing humans from the drudgery of work and allowing us to pursue our passions. But here's the catch: widespread automation also has the potential to exacerbate existing inequalities and create new ones. As machines replace human workers, we could see massive job displacement, leading to economic instability and social unrest. So where does that leave us? Hurtling towards a utopian moneyless society or bracing for a dystopian future ruled by machines? Well, like most things in life, the answer is probably somewhere in between. A completely moneyless world might seem like a distant dream, or a nightmare depending on your perspective, but that doesn't mean we can't learn from the possibilities and adapt some of the principles to create a more just and equitable society. Instead of a radical overnight transformation, we're more likely to see a gradual evolution, a blending of different systems and approaches. Think hybrid models that combine elements of capitalism, socialism, and even gift economies. We might see the rise of universal basic income programs, where everyone receives a guaranteed minimum income to cover their basic needs, alongside thriving sharing economies and alternative currencies that operate outside the traditional financial system. This hybrid future might not be as clean-cut as a completely moneyless world, but it offers a more pragmatic and adaptable path forward. It allows us to experiment, to learn from our mistakes, and to tailor solutions to the unique challenges of our time. And let's not forget the importance of diversity. There's no one-size-fits-all solution when it comes to organizing human societies. What works in one community or culture might not work in another. Embracing diversity, experimentation, and local solutions will be key to navigating the complexities of a world in flux. Section 3. The consciousness shift from me to we. The real transformation has to happen within ourselves. To create a just and sustainable world, we need a consciousness shift, a move from me to we. We need to recognize our interconnectedness and our responsibility to care for each other and the planet. When we shift our focus from individual accumulation to collective well-being, real change happens. Section 1. Money a tool, not a tyrant. So, here we are back where we started. We've journeyed through the history of money, explored alternative economic systems, and glimpsed into a future shaped by technology and shifting human values. It's been a wild ride, right? Now, I'm not going to pretend there's an easy answer to the question of whether a moneyless world is possible or even desirable. It's a complex issue with no simple solutions. But that's not really the point, is it? The real value of this thought experiment lies in the questions it forces us to ask, the assumptions it challenges, and the possibilities it opens up. Money, for all its flaws, is a tool. It's a tool we created to facilitate exchange, to measure value, and to organize our societies, but like any tool, it can be used for good or for ill. It can be a force for progress, innovation, and cooperation, or it can be a source of greed, inequality, and conflict. The choice ultimately is ours. We don't have to be slaves to the system we created. We have the power to reshape it, to use it more consciously, and to imagine alternative ways of living together on this planet. Section 2. The power of imagination, challenging the status quo. One of the most dangerous things we can do as human beings is to stop questioning, to accept the status quo as inevitable and unchangeable. The moment we stop imagining a better world is the moment we stop creating one. So, let's not be afraid to challenge the assumptions we've inherited, to question the narratives we've been told, and to dream big, audacious dreams about what could be. Maybe a completely moneyless world is a utopian fantasy, but maybe, just maybe, it contains seeds of wisdom, kernels of truth, that we can use to build a more just, equitable, and sustainable future. Whether it's exploring alternative economic models, embracing new technologies, or simply shifting our own values and priorities, every step we take towards a world where money plays a less dominant role is a step in the right direction. Remember, the future is not something that happens to us. It's something we create together, through our choices, our actions, and our unwavering belief in the possibility of something better. Section 3. Join the conversation. What's your vision? Now I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on a moneyless world? Is it a utopian dream or a dystopian nightmare? What aspects of your life would you be willing to change to create a more just and equitable society? Head down to the comments section and share your thoughts. Let's keep this conversation going. Let's challenge each other's perspectives, and let's inspire each other to imagine and create a future worthy of our shared humanity. And hey, while you're down there, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more thought-provoking content like this. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep those minds curious and those imaginations fired up.